Good morning everyone. Today I am going to tell something about MicroCal Origin software, how to plot the data in this particular software. This software can be utilized for various data plotting like XRD, TGA, DSC as well as other data, Raman, etc. So I'll tell you how to interpret, how to plot the data in this particular software by which you will be able to get an overlap data. So let us start first with FTIR data. So I shall start it once again. So as you open the software, you will be getting a screen like this immediately. So first you have to go to the file part over here, as you can see here in this file section, which is right on the left top corner. So as you click here, so you will be getting lots of options. So you will be opening open. So if you click it here open, so you will be getting lots of options. So we do not want this. So again you go here, or directly you can get it from here. So in this new worksheet, so directly you click this new worksheet here, and once you click into this new worksheet over this, okay, before starting I'll just like to tell you this particular version is MicroCal Origin 6.0. I understand and I prefer to use this particular software because it's much easier than in comparison to version 8 and version 9. So as you click onto this new worksheet, so you'll be getting in this particular format. This particular format will be available onto you on your screen. Now you want to plot the data. For this you have to click onto this. As you can see in this particular set, you have to click here. So as you click here, you will be getting the ASCII files wherever your files are being loaded. The ASCII files basically are the raw data where you can directly, either you can copy paste into this format or you can directly get it from those ASCII file and it will directly get imported into this particular data file. So like since this is so let us start with FTIR data. So FTIR data that you get from the instrument that you operated, that will give you in the form of text file. So I will be selecting the text version here. So as I select the text version, so my data, say suppose my data I have loaded or I have saved in my pen drive in this G version in the pen drive. So say I'll be loading some data. So let's say I will be taking some data. So as I click onto this data, so immediately this software takes up all the raw data which is available there. So now I will be selecting both these two files. FTIR gives you two data, X and Y axis. That is, in the X axis you will be getting the wave number and onto the Y axis you will be getting the percentage transmission. So as you select both these, you will be getting dark colored part selected over this. Now you have to plot. For plotting you will be going down. As you can see, my cursor is exactly pointing out here. Since we are plotting this analytical file, so we will be going for line version. We will be not going for scatter plot, neither for line or symbol plot or any other plot. So we better go for the line plot. So as I click on this, immediately your data gets plotted into this particular file. Now since your data you can see lots of noise are there. To get a better picture of this particular data, you have to go into this second part, that is your analysis part. Here you have to click your analysis. As you click onto the analysis icon, you will be getting lots of options here, so that you get, now you want to go for smoothing, so that you get all the peaks are much more visible and much more uniform and unique. It is visible to you. So as you click onto the smoothing part, so you will be getting, so options are there like Savitzky, Golay, adjacent averaging, FFT filter. So you have to select the FFT filter. As you click onto this FFT filter, you will be getting this particular option which is coming, smoothing. Enter the number of points to be considered for smoothing. So as you get this particular icon, the first number that will appear onto your screen will be 5. To get a much better picture, because we do not want the same picture, this picture is available in the form of 5, that is the number of pictures, number of peaks and valleys are available in the form of 5. So we have to see, we have to get it much better picture. So we just have to take the number either 30. Basically we either take 30 or 40 in number. So I prefer it to take in 30. So as I type 30 and I click OK, immediately you will be getting a line, red colored line onto this particular graph. So with your cursor, place your cursor directly onto this red colored line which has formed over this graph and right click it here. As you right click it here properly, you will be getting one particular icon will be appearing, go to smoothed one. Until and unless you do not get such type of icon, you have to continuously, if you click it here, you will not get anything. But you have to exactly put your cursor onto this red colored line to get this go to smoothed one. You see, I have clicked it here and then only I got this particular readings, that is go to smoothed one. Now as I click onto this go to smoothed one, immediately another set of readings appear onto my screen. I have to select again these two readings and now I have to click the line part again to get a better picture. Now let me check. Okay, now this is the FTIR of the data which I selected with much better optimization. Here you can get the better graph. Now in order to see that what type of what is the percentage transmission for each and every wave number, and from there only you will be able to interpret that this particular wave number corresponds to which type of functional group. So for this we have to go to this part. You can see here in this icon, just after this search option, there is another option, the screen reader. So as you click onto the screen reader and you put your screen reader on any points, suppose from previous literature, if your compound is unknown, then you have to go for a total new set of findings. And if your compound is known and some others have already worked onto this particular format, then you can take help from those references and then you can have an idea that this particular peak and valley exactly they correspond to which type of functional group. So let's say I'll put my cursor here onto the screen reader and just I'll be checking it here. So as you click onto this particular form, now with the help of your keypad placed on your computer, you can directly move your cursor wherever you have clicked here. Directly you can see, you can click it here, and so this particular as you can see, there is readings you are getting, that is 328.5779. This corresponds to the wave number, and the y-axis, that is percentage transmission, that corresponds to 57.991, that is percentage transmission. So with the help of, now once you get this idea, that is my wave number of this is 3288.568 suppose. So you want to directly plot it, so you take your this arrow tool. You can see just after this writing tool there is an arrow tool. You directly take this arrow tool and you just mark it here in this form. So once you get this form, then you come to write it, that what this peak number exactly denote, 3288.579. This was the reading. So you can increase the font size of this particular reading from this 26, or you can put it anyway bold, you can make it bold. So you can see this is this thing we have got it in. So similarly for all the peaks and valleys, you can go for the screen reader, you can put your arrow tool and then you can write whatever wave number that you have got. Now this was the case of individual polymers or individual compounds that you are analyzing and interpreting. Now in case when you want to go for various overlaying of 2-3 compounds at a time, in that case, let's say, I'll minimize it. Say suppose I get, let's say, so this is 1, 2. So my second graph was this, okay. So let's say I will just minimize it. So I want the second set of diagram, another reading that I want to get on this. Again the same procedure will apply, that is you have to click onto this worksheet, okay. you click onto this worksheet, and then again you go to the ASCII, import ASCII file. Here it is just present below the format. So as you click onto this import ASCII file, now into the second set of readings, suppose I get this second set of reading. Now again the same procedure, you select both x and y axis, then you go for the line. Now you see so many huge noise, you are not able to diagnose and interpret what type of peak or valley is present in your graph. For this, again we go to the analysis part, we go to smoothing, we go to FFT filter, then we plot for 30, and then you see you go for the reading, and then you go to smooth it too, then again you go for this. Now you see still the graph doesn't look that much clear as it was in the previous case. Now in order to get a much better picture of this, just go for cancellation of this, and let me cancel this also. Instead of this, directly you come to the first original plot that we have taken. We'll be directly going into the analysis, and we go for the smoothing part. We go to the adjustment filter. Here we'll be increasing the number of smoothing steps that we require. Let's say initially I have taken 30, now I am taking 40. So now you see, still if you find that these readings are also not okay, then you can even increase the amount of the FFT filter. You can take it 50 also. So let's say, so this is go to smoother 3. So as I get it, so you see, okay, now you see this picture is much better than the previous one. So you can see now with the same procedure that I have applied in the last time, you have to go to the screen reader, then you have to analyze what type of graphs are this. Okay, now in order to, now the question is how will you go for overlaying. Now the first graph that we got initially was graph 2. You have to memorize which type of what graph was there, and the later graph that we took is your graph 4. Okay, so these two graphs, let me minimize it. So since you want graph, suppose you want graph 2 at the first basement, then you want graph 4 on top of it. So you'll be keeping graph 2 at the bottom and then graph 4. If you click it here, then graph 2 will come above the graph 1. So this is the way you can manipulate here. So you go to the edit button, and then you right click, merge all graph windows. Just merge all graph windows. Then you have to say, do you wish to keep the old graphs? Yes. Then number of layers, how many number of layers? Since there are 2 rows, so we'll be keeping 2 and it will be okay. Horizontal gap you can keep 5, 10, 15, but I suggest that you keep it for 5. That will give you better results. Okay, then just you maximize it. You see, this is the pure picture of this overlaying is done. Now once this overlaying is done, then next you go for this, you make okay, you can increase, or you can just, as you click onto this graph, you can increase and decrease this with the help of your cursor. You can see here. Okay, now you can even decrease, you can even take give different number. As you click on this, you can give different number to your different naming to your graphs. Okay, you can delete one x-axis or y-axis from this. Now in order to remove this number, so you double click onto this number, immediately this type of format will appear. So you just tick off this show major label. Okay, everything will go off. Again the same thing, show major label off, everything will go off. Now in order to tick off, wipe off these linings which is present here, you have to again click onto this. You have to go for this minor tick label, again title and format. Now here into this major tick none, minor ticks none. Okay, now again here in this case also the same thing, that is here again the same thing. I'll just repeat once again this. Okay, as you click onto this, you'll be getting this particular format, minor tick label, then tick title and format, here again none, and minor and major ticks none. Okay, now in order the same thing here, you'll be removing this y-axis removed. Here in this case, this middle line we want to totally delete without any minor and major ticks. So you directly go here. Okay, show ticks, everything will wipe off. Okay, now here you can write whatever you want onto the y-axis. Suppose as I click, you will be getting this particular format. As I click on the x-axis, you can get particular format. So this is how you can interpret and get an overlay diagram either for FTIR or TSC or TGA or XRD. I hope this video is useful. Thank you so much.